Okay, lifers, we got our tools in hand, but we're not doing this today. We have real life stuff to deal with. And it's pretty odd, to be honest. I've never seen something like this. But, you know, we are talking about a vehicle that's almost 20 years old. This is our Ford E150 conversion van. It's a good looking truck still, man. Yeah. It's well taken care of. So the wife comes out here yesterday, starts the old girl up, and says there's smoke coming out from underneath the hood. And I found out that the belt was actually smoking, and this is the reason why. This is our alternator down here in the middle of nowhere land, and if you look real carefully, the housing's actually cracked. It cracked and seized up. I mean, we use this vehicle, you know, regularly. We make sure we drive it on a, you know, regular basis, even though it is our vacation vehicle. You know, like I said, the wife was taking it to the store yesterday just because of that. But I have never seen a housing crack and seize up like that in my life. So today's adventure, if I choose to accept it, which if I want to go back in the house at some time today, this is our replacement. All right, we had to pull out our foreign toolbox here. Ones with those MMs on them. First thing we're going to do is take our negative battery cable off. That way we're not arc welding anything underneath the hood. Of course, we have to make sure it doesn't ground on the body or anything. Come on, there we go. I'm just going to put you right there, out of the way. Alright, here we go. Alright, look at the stack up of rubber from where it's frozen. This thing's solid as a rock. You can't spin it. Case is cracked. Case is cracked. Well, time to go to the auto parts store and get another one. I'm not going to bore you all with step by step. And of course you can do exactly what I did and just go on YouTube and watch it all. Not that I'm trying to direct you to other people's channels or anything, but hey, that's where I learned a lot how to do a lot of stuff. So, alright, I think it's time to go to the store. Okay, well, we got our alternator now, brand new. And we got our new serpentine belt. And this little, you know, thing to help your life a little better for all you guys. If you buy a new vehicle, take the sticker off the window and put it in your owner's manual. You would be shocked on how many little options and stuff get mixed. And when you go to an auto parts store and you say, I need brakes for an F-150 conversion van, they're like, oh yeah, F-150, no big deal. But if it's got the bigger brake package on it, you get home and you don't have the right pads. Or if it's got the bigger this, or it's got that option on it, or this option list tells you everything. With my Chevy I'm in now, it's the same way. You know, it's got an upgraded brake package, and it's got a tow package, and it's got this and it's got that. So do yourselves a favor and save these guys. I know I'm babbling on about it, but these things have been total lifesavers. And if we actually sell the van to somebody else, they'll know exactly what is in it. So now it's time to go home and get sweaty. Holy sheep shit. Oh my God, that's not good. Wow. And I thought I was having a bad day. Well, after a couple hours, which wasn't so bad to be honest, between the travel and everything else, we're installed. I think it's time to give it a test. Put Mr. Battery back on. Okay, watch that dog for me. If it comes off, yell. Sure looks like a winner to me. Let's see here. That says it's charging. Being that it was broke, it probably wasn't charging properly anyway, so we're gonna let it charge up a little bit here and continue on with some race boat life. I love this old girl. Okay, well, that's done. Well, it looks like just in time, even though you see a little sunshine around here. That ain't sunshine. The sad part about all this is they're calling for flash flooding. But not only flash flooding. Let's see how I'm doing this with one hand. Not only flash flooding for today, but they're calling for flash flooding the next day, and the next day, and the next day, and the next day. So we are looking at 5 days of flash flooding and hellacious storms. This summer has been insane. Or spring, summer, whatever you want to call it this time of year. Guess it's technically still spring. But this is nuts. And at some point, it's got to stop, or we're all going to be floating. I don't think you have to worry about sea level rise. Well, we don't have to worry about sea level rise anyway. Worst case scenario, we can always jump in the John boat and row it out of here. But, wow. Man, when I said rain, I didn't expect it to be this quick. I mean, it's literally been like 3 minutes since I walked back in the garage. And you can see some blue skies over there. But here comes the rain again, washing over me like a memory. Are we on? Hey, are we on? Tell me, Dr. Director. Okay. All right, Race Boat Life fans. As you can see, we're in a rain delay. So we're gonna have to take you back to some footage we shot earlier. Sorry about that, but we can't control the weather. But like I said, we got some footage we shot earlier that you may be interested in. And this race boatism may not be a secret about a race boat in particular, but it's a secret to life that I think a lot of people, if they actually did it, would have a whole lot less stress in their life. And I'll tell you what it is. So when the wife and I got together, of course we did what every traditional couple does, and we would, for holidays and celebrations, you'd have to go out and find a surprise gift, something thoughtful, something deep, and all this other stuff. And to be honest, I bought some really cool stuff. It just didn't go over really well. And I can say the same for her, but she did hit a couple of them. And she bought me my first Dremel. Never bought one of those before. It sat on the shelf for 6 months, and then I used it the first time. It was like, nice. Now I've used it about 3 million times. It's like one of the best presents I ever got. So I can't say that entirely. Like one time the wife did miss. She bought me a 5-disc CD player. It was $7 cheaper without the remote. So you had a 5-disc CD player without a remote. So I mean, it's not all wins entirely. But what I can say is over the 20 years, you tend to run out of ideas. And at our age, I've always said that if you want it, I'm not waiting 6 months for Christmas. I'm not waiting 8 months for my birthday. It's life is too short. I mean, if you can do it now, do it now. And not that you should be spending like 12 birthdays ahead either. So, I mean, so over the years, we've come to the conclusion that it's better just to either go purchase what we want ourselves and call it a birthday, Christmas, whatever present, or give the person the specific model, SKU, everything. So it's just a simple go online and order exactly what that person wants. Because you all know with tools, I mean, a Harbor Freight tool's a big difference between a Husky tool and a Snap-on tool, and sometimes the cheap stuff works great, and sometimes they don't. And we've seen it works awesome. And I get exactly what I want. She gets exactly what we want. Not that we don't throw some things on the side, you know, with the thoughtful things and stuff like that. But of course, you know, when it comes to these items that we want and we've, you know, and we're not just going to go out to a store and buy for 10 bucks or what have you. Maybe it's 150 or 300 or $500 item. We don't want the one that was close to it. I mean, for you gun people, I mean, it would be like buying a Llama 45 compared to a Kimber 45. You know, it's like, well, that was a lot cheaper, but you know, hey, that one's a whole lot nicer, and you just wouldn't understand it looking at it. Or like a Gibson or a guitar instead of a knockoff, you know, that kind of thing. So, but here's my present to myself for a recent celebration. No, 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 I'm not talking about these boxes of Freedom sitting over here. And I say that sarcastically, being that these 7.62s are for an SKS, which is a Chinese gun. And these 9mm Makarovs, well, you know, a Makarov is a Russian gun. Hell yeah, brother. It's this. The wife would have never been able to pick this out in a million years. And I've been looking for them for over 15 years. And nobody makes them anymore until just recently. Ooh, I'm almost shaking looking at them. Wow. These are diaphragms for an Infinity tweeter, which is made by Emmett. Two opposing magnets make sound. It's amazing. It's just amazing. And to find brand new ones 20 years, 30 years after they stopped making them, it's just something the wife would have never been able to find. $35 a piece. So again, it's one of those situations where you don't want mistakes to happen. And this couldn't have been a better present in the world. Because as I said, I've been looking at these things for at least 15 years. Probably closer to 20. So it may not be a race boat secret, but it's a secret to a happy life. If you're on the same page, you get exactly what you want. There's no wasted money, no wasted time, nothing. And if you want to be romantic about it, throw some flowers in on top of it or something. You know, I mean, or some other nice little thoughtful idea. But when it comes to real items, don't play games. I mean, oh, I love that ring. Well, is it that ring or is it that ring? Man, I really want that tool. Well, is it that tool or that tool? See? And this hunk of freedom is brought to you by the Nectar of the Gods. Coke. Still waiting on that sponsorship, Coke. Please. You guys got a lot of money, man. Well, according to radar, the rain's about 50 miles out. So I'm really getting freaked out here because I think the effing sky is falling, man. I mean, this is getting so ridiculous. It even rains when it's sunny out around here. Wow. When you don't like and subscribe, it's like being lost at sea. We're just out there and no one knows where we're at. Well, let's get beyond radio listening so we don't get banned on YouTube. Maybe if I took my tits out, they wouldn't ban me for that. I'm gonna edit. We on? We on? We on? Are we on? Okay, we're on. Hey, Raceboat fan lot. And it's brought to you by the Nectar of the Gods. Still waiting on that sponsorship, Coke. Damn, oops, that one went down the wrong way. Never mind. Let's do this again. Are we on? Hey, hey, director, is this on? It's on. All right, race boat fans. Do it again. So, it may not be, let's not do so. Kind of think about what enter started every one with so. Or, let's get started. Let's get after it.